I'm Jason Banks, Director of Business Access in Mayor Mark Holland's office in Kansas City, Kansas. And this opportunity could not have presented itself at a better time for our city. KCK has experienced a tremendous growth and economic development over the last 10 years. But one of the things that Mayor Holland heard on the campaign trail and continues to hear, quite frankly, is that as we've grown, we've inadvertently neglected our small business community. And Mayor Holland is committed to addressing that issue, starting at the very highest levels in our organization, our office. Cerner, anybody know who Cerner is? Couple folks. Well, Cerner just recently built an office campus in our city. So when the Cerners of the world want to make an investment in our community, we roll out the red carpet, as we should, right? But when the small business owner or entrepreneur wants to do the same, we typically roll out the red tape. So we're going to do away with that. This fellowship opportunity, I tell you, is tilled the soil in our organization, and it's sparked a cultural change within our organization. We recently held, can I get the next slide? Our first Future of Tech Summit to create a platform, a space where managers are encouraged to talk about the various ways that they're leveraging technology within their departments. Never before had this occurred, but we're going to continue to do so. And we actually assembled a team, Brett and Chris, there's your shout out, who are going to continue this effort on our behalf, and we're excited about it. We think it's just the beginning of a long track of creating a more welcoming environment for business owners in KCK. I think the fellowship opportunity has left our city with three key things that I want to leave you all with. One, we now have a more informed and engaged commission with regards to technology. Two, we have a management team more willing and more confident in taking an entrepreneurial approach to the services they deliver and the work that they perform in their departments. And lastly, which you'll see here in a second, a really cool application that we feel will make our metropolitan area one of the most inviting and easy to navigate for small business owners. So with that, I'm going to turn the presentation over to my good friend Dave. All right, let's do this.
Good morning. My name's David Rowe. I work on the Missouri side in Mayor James' office. And as he mentioned, if we can get it to go here, entrepreneurship is woven into the fabric of our community in Kansas City. We have very, very strong assets. And as Ariel and Andrew mentioned time and time again, we seem to say entrepreneur more than any other city in the country. And I think they're probably accurate in that. We have more than 48,000 small businesses, which puts us in the top 3% of metros nationwide. Now, based on this background, we also have, like the mayor mentioned, some very critical assets in our community, like the Kauffman Foundation. This picture here is a picture of 1 Million Cups, which is a weekly gathering of a few hundred now entrepreneurs that get together, share and help each other with their ideas. Kauffman has been very, very instrumental in forwarding entrepreneurship in our city, and that's why it was critical that the fellows engage with that community. So the fellows have actually presented, to those, few hundred people twice. Will present their final product in November to the same group again. The fellows have also participated. We had a huge National Day of Civic Hacking, about 100 people at our Chamber of Commerce. They also hosted some roundtables with entrepreneurs and other civic technologists, and have established the brigade, which will continue on after they're gone. And as the mayor said, engage with our challenge cabinet to bring new ideas to our city. And I'm gonna hand it over to Andrew. Andrew.
Andrew's cooking, yep.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mayor, David, and Jason, for sharing some of the work that we've done with you this year. It's really been our pleasure to serve Kansas City. As the mayor mentioned, Kansas City has a digital advantage in having Google Fiber. It's only a handful of fiber cities, but you might be asking, what is fiber? So Google Fiber, which is gigabit speed internet, is 100 times faster than the standard broadband you probably use today. There's people working on what that really means. However, in Kansas City, we know it's attracting business. Lisa Mitchell yesterday from Kauffman mentioned some of these initiatives that are underway, such as the Kansas City Startup Village, which has tech startups living in homes so they can take advantage of fiber. But I feel like every time we go to Kansas City, we actually meet new people who are there just to check out fiber or look at buying a home. They want to bring their business to take advantage of this asset.
So when Ariel and I found out we were doing our fellowship year in Kansas City, we were really excited to join this community of people building cutting-edge technology on top of Google Fiber. What we uncovered, though, were two more immediate challenges that Kansas City was facing. Those are the lack of equal access and the lack of digital skills. So we wanted to show you that story. See, Google had this really interesting process that they would go and light up a neighborhood as well as connect its schools and libraries for free if enough people paid a $10 registration fee to show that they were interested. Unfortunately, as this process rolled out, Kansas City was split down the middle by who would have access to Google Fiber and who wouldn't. This split was matched some historical racial segregation that had been in place since the 1950s. So Kansas City, Google, and a group of local community organizations reacted to this with a very impressive community organizing campaign to make sure that the entire city would have equal access. So this is Kansas City today. The entire city is qualified and construction has already begun. So the first challenge the cities are going to face is about equal access to this important civic infrastructure. The second is the lack of digital skills. So Kansas City is really good at checking and sending email. They're pretty good at social networking. I bet Mayor James is live tweeting this right now. But the problem starts to come when you're doing online banking or downloading software to do your homework or to run your small businesses. So there's a national conversation about equal access and digital skills. But during our fellowship this year, these groups started Connecting for Good, the Digital Inclusion Fund, and Kansas City Digital Drive. They're actually making a difference. They are leading the way. So Kansas City was the first city to get Google Fiber, and so they had to invent their own solutions to these challenges.
We realized that by working in the mayor's offices, we were actually uniquely positioned to enter this conversation about digital skills and access. This is actually kind of an aha moment in February. When we were talking to people about economic development, people talk a lot about tax incentives and land use. And those are really important, but they weren't getting us quite as excited for a project. So we really realized that we could rethink economic development through digital education. As you've heard many of our teams talk about in the last day up here, is that we spend a lot of time with our users, which is really important. We're not small business owners. We needed to go learn what challenges they face. So I want to share a few of those challenges with you. So for a minute, if you can imagine, you're also a small business owner. You might be like our friend Marcus. He's a roofer in Kansas City. He's incredibly active in his union, which is a face-to-face network, which helps him create job leads. He's left with little time to go find the new tools that could really help him run his business, however. Or like our friend Kelly, she uses what works, like finances in plastic bags. She doesn't have the capacity to go learn those tools, even though she knows they're out there. Or like our friend George, when he's not with his clients, he's working alone in his office. He wants to know how he compares to other business owners and what tools they might be using. So, what if you could easily find the latest web services and quickly learn the basics? What if you could connect and compare to other business owners? And what if you could teach other business owners the skills you're best at? And what if you had a friendly guide along the way?
So that is what we've built this year. BizFriendly. BizFriendly puts the web to work for your business.
You'll find the latest tools and web services in one place so you can get started learning.
So one example of the digital skills that we want to teach to small business owners through BizFriendly is promoting your business online. And one really great tool to do that is through Facebook. So you'll be able to come in and learn about services such as Facebook. You'll be able to hear from other small business owners about how they use Facebook and their business owners. And you'll be able to take a variety of lessons that teach you best how to promote your business online. So you'll be logging into the service that we want to teach. And then we'll bring you to to that service. So today we're showing Facebook. This could be any web service, any tool that helps small business owners better run their business using the internet. So we have very detailed instructions about how to do this thing. We're creating the Kansas City fan club right here. And you'll notice you get helpful feedback at every single step along the way, so that even in the more complicated parts, there's no friction there. We're removing the scariness of the internet for small business owners. And the great thing about learning on BizFriendly is that when you're done with the lesson, you've actually done the thing. You have a Facebook page. So you'll then be able to take future lessons on how to best use that page to run your business more efficiently.
We also know that keeping content fresh is incredibly important to BizFriendly. So we've built an integrated lesson builder that lets absolutely anyone create new lessons. It's as easy as dragging and dropping some elements and editing text. So we're going to drag some text in, go ahead and edit it. You can even change the color of the box right there. We've also built a preview feature, which allows you to see that you're building a real lesson and know how it appears to the user. You would then add as many steps as you need, and then submit that lesson for approval. That really ensures that we keep great content on the site. We've learned that the pinnacle of learning is actually being able to teach others.
So by learning and teaching on BizFriendly, you're joining a community of small business owners who are all helping each other. You'll be able to see your accomplishments, such as how many people you've taught that cool skill that has helped you so much in your business. But you'll also be able to see what tools your peers are using to run their businesses.
So before we close, I really want to thank Kansas City, Kansas, and Kansas City, Missouri, and all of our wonderful community sponsors for investing in Code for America, bringing us to your city, and then also really believing in the work that we've done in your city halls, in your community, and in creating this new civic resource that ensures that your small business owners are not digitally left behind. And for all of you, we want to encourage you to start learning and start teaching today. Check out our beta at bizfriend.ly.
Yeah.